When you make a change, you have to do it with a conscious mind. Regardless of what area of life you're wanting to make that change in, whether it's health, wealth, relationships, behaviors, you have to be conscious about that change in order to complete it. I call it pivoting with a conscious mind. I used to just go into autopilot when I was participating in some behaviors that I wanted to change. It seemed like it was a daze or a trance. And all of a sudden, I would just be in one spot and I'd snap out of it. For instance, when I wanted to stop drinking, I would have to pivot with a conscious mind. And after going to the gas station, after buying the liquor, like I would consciously be like, yo, what did you just do? I put it down and I'd retrace my steps. What thought got me there? What feeling did that thought create inside of my actions? And then, what feeling created the next action? It was like on autopilot that certain things, certain thoughts would come into my head and I'd automatically act on the feeling to get rid of it. And I do that by drinking. Same thing when I was smoking. Thoughts would pop into my head. I would have a feeling. And I'd take the action of smoking to get rid of that feeling. Yeah, the thought would go away for a little bit, but eventually it came back. We could even go back further to when I was shooting heroin. But most people don't like to hear about that stuff. You see, when you pivot with a conscious mind, you can do that in any area of life. Even now, there's certain actions that I still take. And I'm like, why are you doing this? It's not so much negative behaviors, but they're behaviors that I want to change in my own life. Here's one. They say that you can express gratefulness by getting up early. This Indian dude that I used to work with, he used to tell me, Nico, I get up early and I go for a run. After I get from my run, I go home, I shower. Can you pick me up so we can go to work after that about this time? Like, bro, why don't you just run to work? And he had a whole ritual that he would do. So I asked him one day, why do you get up so early and run? And he tells me, in my culture, we believe in the sun god. And the sun god will shine his face on you, give you blessings if he sees that you're up and working before he rises over the horizon. Okay. It's an expression of gratefulness. So I started applying that to my own life. Now, I don't run unless I absolutely have to. But I'd get up early in the morning and I'd spend time with my God. You see, I found myself getting up early, turning off my alarm, and going back to sleep on autopilot. Because I knew that I could sleep a little bit longer, a couple more hours. These autopilot behaviors that we're wanting to change, you have to be conscious about. So you know what I did? I took my alarm clock and I put it across the house. So I have to get up, walk all the way across the house to turn it off. Don't get me wrong. Autopilot would still kick in and I'd want to go lay back down somewhere. But with a conscious mind, I tell myself, yo, it's not showing the most gratefulness that you can if you go back and lay down to sleep. Do a stretch. Do some jumping jacks. Do some push-ups. Get the blood flowing. Because you're in control of your thoughts. And your thoughts will change your feelings because feelings change. When your feelings change, your action's going to change. What do you have on autopilot right now that you're trying to change? Is it the way that you talk to your partner? Is it the way that you spend money? Is it a certain behavior or habit that you need to change? Do it with a conscious mind, telling yourself, this is what I'm doing. Speak to yourself positively while you change it, and watch how easily it changes.